The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody, on this Wednesday morning. Rich here, back in the saddle, back from the weather conference in Norfolk, the National Weather Association conference, which was well attended by all the local meteorologists that you know here in town, and meteorologists around Alabama and around the country. It was a great conference. There'll be one more parting shot at the end of this video from Norfolk in the goodbye part of this video. Well, big developments overnight. Tropical storm Julia develops over northeast Florida, develops over land. How rare is that? It's extremely rare that a tropical entity is named like a depression or storm when it's over land. What will that do to our weather? It will have an indirect effect, plus an approaching frontal system. Will that have any effect on the weekend forecast? And on this video, I'll show you temperatures through the end of the month, and you'll see that we may have to wait a while longer before we get any meaningful relief. Your morning video.
There's the tropical storm this morning. Julia is located near Jacksonville. It has just crossed the border into Georgia. Still some tropical storm force winds along the Georgia coast. It's moving north-northwest at about 6 miles per hour, roughly. And you can still see that the satellite is showing most of the heavier showers and storms are off the coast. So this is a lopsided storm. No convection near the center. All right, it continues moving off to the north into Georgia today and will become a depression later today and then a remnant low as we get into Friday. With tropical storm force winds right along the coast and up to 10 inches of rain in coastal Georgia and South Carolina. And you can see the tropical rains moving on northward, and that'll rob some of the moisture from our area. So today in our region, storms will be widely scattered thanks to Julia and the sinking air around Julia. So we'll say widely scattered storms today. Rain chances will be relatively scarce, high around 90. Tonight's low 72. Winds out of the northeast at about 6 to 12 miles per hour. Today, we're looking farther out into the Atlantic. We see tropical storm Ian out there, and it's in the central Atlantic, but we're looking in the far eastern Atlantic. A couple of new disturbances, including 95L out there, which has a 60% chance of development, according to the National Hurricane Center, and another disturbance which has just come off of Africa. So what about 95L's future? The spaghetti models, a lot of them taking it further to the west, towards the islands, some of them curving them into the Atlantic Ocean. So we'll see what happens with 95L. Meanwhile, a squeeze play between the remnants of Julia and the front to the north tomorrow. We'll have scattered showers in our forecast, not only tomorrow, but Friday as well. I think the rain chances will not be overwhelming, about 30%. And then we're looking ahead to Saturday, and we're seeing some scattered showers around. But again, a fairly routine day around the southeastern U.S. Sunday, I think the rain chances are a little better in the 40% range with a front to the north of us, a front which will actually stall. There it is Monday, stuck in North Alabama, so it's not going to bring us any heat relief. In fact, we don't see any heat relief for the next few days around here with a high around 90. We'll be cruising near 90 for the next few days with about a 30% chance of afternoon storms for the next few days, 40% chance Sunday, and lows at night will be in the lower 70s right on through the next few days. Football weather, I think there's a good chance of showers and thunderstorms for the Ole Miss game, Alabama-Ole Miss game up in Oxford, Mississippi on Saturday afternoon because of that front approaching. But I think the rain chances are smaller in Auburn for the Texas A&M game, and that's typical for all the other games in the state on Saturday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms scattered about in our forecast for the next few days. It shows the showers and thunderstorms on the European spiking Monday, but it doesn't show any heat relief for the next few days. If you look at the actual temperatures on the European, it takes the highs down a little bit on Monday, but because of the spike in the showers. But really, if you look at the lows at night, we're not going to see any kind of relief during that next 10-day period. So let's look farther out. Let's look for signs of relief. On the GFS out 16 days, it now says maybe towards the end of the month, maybe towards the 27th, 28th, 29th of the month, we could have highs in the lower 80s and lows at night in the 60s. That's a long ways away, and I know we were hoping for something earlier, but that's the way the global models are calling the game right now.
One of the fringe benefits of these weather conferences is they build in a little downtime. That's so you can see what's going on in the area around you. And the area around here is the biggest naval base in the world. And that happens to be the USS Wisconsin. This particular battleship was one of the two largest battleships ever made. It served in World War II, it was in the Korean War, it was even in the Gulf War. In fact, Tomahawk missiles were fired from this in 1991 as the Gulf War began. Pretty cool stuff. I'll be live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9, back on NewsTalk 93.1 and on BAMA Country, my forecast all day long on the 8 radio station group, which is Blue Water Broadcasting, and another video for you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., plus another live update from the Blue Water Weather Center at 11 o'clock this morning at RichThomasWeatherNetwork.com. There will be a test later on all of this. Have a great day. We'll see you from Norfolk, Virginia. Bye.
Rich Thomas Weather.